Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Expressive Tone TV, conveying your thoughts and feelings to the world. Guys, good news for St. Fubara, good news for the people of Rivers State, and should I say it is a defeat for Wike, because St. Fubara has been affirmed by the Supreme Court that every case that was brought against him by Cole Tonye has been thrown away by the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court said the case lacked merit. So St. Fubara is now the legitimate governor of Rivers State. Wike, please go and sleep in your FCT. Leave St. Fubara alone. I want to leave you to watch the video. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please do. Press the notification bell and like the video. Watch the video and I'll see you in the next video.
Bringing the conversation back home, the Supreme Court earlier today affirmed the electoral victories of 3 state governors, including that of Siminalayi Fubara of Rivers State. In the Rivers matter, the governorship candidate of the All Progressives Congress, that's Patrick Tonye Cole, had challenged the election of Fubara of the People's Democratic Party on grounds that he was not qualified to contest. According to him, the governor was still Accountant General of Rivers State as at the time of the election. Both the Rivers State Governorship Tribunal and Appeal Court had, in concurrent judgments, dismissed the APC candidate's case for lacking merit and for failing to provide credible evidence to prove his case of non-qualification, corrupt practices, and non-compliance. Well, the 5-member panel of the Supreme Court justices was led in judgment by Kudirat Kekere-Ekun. We're now being joined by Senator Lee Mayeba, who represented Rivers Southeast District in the National Assembly between 2007 and 2011. And he joins us now to discuss this Apex Court ruling. A very good afternoon to you. Welcome to Newsday. If you allow me, I'll get straight into my question, which is, as I, of course, congratulate you on this victory. This victory for Sim Fubara, does this equate to a defeat for the Minister of the FCT, Nyesom Wike?
Well, I cannot say anybody is defeated. This is a victory for the People Democratic Party in Rivers State. It's a victory for Sim Fubara, who was sponsored by the People Democratic Party. So it's a victory for all members of our party. And by extension, it's no longer party matter. It's a victory for the people of Rivers State. And by that court ruling, affirming Sim Fubara as the governor of Rivers State, all issues, contending issues about the 2023 governorship election has come to an end. So it's therefore the responsibility of all citizens of Rivers State to pledge their support and loyalty to the governor of the state to enable him to succeed. Respect for the office of the governor is mandatory, irrespective of the occupant of the office. Anyone disrespecting the office of the governor is insulting the people of Rivers State, which has severe consequences. So my appeal to any insatiable man is that enough is enough. No one man will be allowed henceforth to continue to use Rivers State as a collateral for his selfish and endless pursuit for money and power. Governor Sim Fubara is the will of God for the governance of Rivers State at this time. Everybody should respect the will of God for peaceful existence of the office of the for the peaceful existence of the people of Rivers State. So it is not a victory for anybody, neither is a defeat of anybody. It's democracy. We continue to roll on and expect Sim Fubara to deliver on his promises to the people of Rivers State, and so that the state remain peaceful.
Well said. Thank you so much for that statement, or your response, I should say. Now, when we spoke with our correspondent, Andy Omanu, there was a lot of jubilation by the civil servants there over this court ruling. But also what transpired yesterday was the British High Commissioner to Nigeria, that's Mr. Richard Montgomery, also paid a visit to the governor, and he made it quite clear that the United Kingdom is interested in the challenges and the economy of Rivers State, because there's a lot of interest from London to do business with Rivers State. I'm just wondering what advice you might like to give to this administration that could see more developments like this from the international community.
Well, you know, Rivers State is one of the oldest states in Nigeria. It was part of this 12 state that was created as the first set of states in the country. Rivers State have come to stay. Port Harcourt is known all over the world as the oil city of Nigeria. A lot of activity happened in Port Harcourt. But you see, so many things have happened that have rocked the economic viability of Port Harcourt. Militancy, you know, hostage taking and all those things. But the state have progressed beyond those difficulties. We have witnessed a lot of progress. For the past 8 years, yes, everybody have been coming to Port Harcourt, and we have situations where people have to move from Port Harcourt to Lagos. So my appeal now to everybody in Rivers State is to be their brother's keeper, keep the peace, and work with the governor. And the governor should provide leadership, unite the people of the state. I think the first step the governor should take now is reconciliation of everybody. Every political leaders that were aggrieved in one way or the other, religious leaders, everybody in Rivers State should now unite and form a single bond of unity, support the governor, and let the governor provide the necessary leadership so that everybody will see the state as a place to invest. If the state is not peaceful, nobody will come. The British will not come if the place is not peaceful. The British were very used to Rivers State since the colonial days. So the British ambassador coming there is like, you know, coming to one of the states with strong tie to the United Kingdom. And so we must create an atmosphere of peace, an atmosphere that will drive investment and attract the necessary foreign investment to the state, so that the state can prosper, so that a lot of people who left the state because of insecurity can return, so that the state can now embark on an industrialization effort to make sure the state is industrialized. That is what I advise.
Now, let's talk about execution, because of course the dynamics have changed quite drastically since the election. Now, we know how important a state assembly is to a governor, and since the election, we've now seen Governor Sim Fubara become a governor in a state where his own party is now a minority party in the state assembly. So how will he execute these changes that you hope to see that will create an environment that's friendly for investment and business and so forth within the state?
That is one of the appeal I make to the insatiable man I mentioned here. The state cannot, the governor cannot be held to ransom. The state House of Assembly members who were elected on the platform of the People Democratic Party by their constituencies, they know the implications of extreme actions. The campaign from the PDP to the APC is a constitutional matter that is well spelled out by so many lawyers. The matter is in court, and at this stage of our life, I don't see any child that is a member of the Rivers State House of Assembly. They were all people respected by their constituencies, sent to the assemblies because they see them as responsible citizens of their constituencies. And so that matter is being handled by the court. But it's very wrong for anybody to use the assembly as a bet on the governor. It's wrong. We are challenging democracy in very negative ways. If we don't allow democracy to grow, and then we are inviting the military. And I don't think anybody who have benefited heavily from this democratic dispensation will be normal or sane enough to pursue act that we create a situation where democracy is being threatened in Rivers State.
Senator,
so that is why I said enough is enough.
Okay, if I might just interject. So are you insinuating that the peace accord then should not hold? Because, of course, we know that some of the terms of the peace accord included allowing these reps to cross the floor and, of course, to be allowed back into the assembly as APC members.
Cynthia, you know, being a senator, I was a senator from 2003 to 2011, and a very active senator who believed in the constitutionality of the parliament. You know, when you talk about peace accord, yes, a lot of things happen because somebody was trying to create a personality cult in the state so that you either obey him or you don't exist in the state. We have passed that now. The Supreme Court ruling said, look, Sim is the governor of Rivers State, and he is the leader of the state. Nobody can can put him in a handcuff and bring a resolution and ask him to read that is unconstitutional. I have kept quiet for all this time because I was waiting for the Supreme Court to affirm its election. Now that the Supreme Court has affirmed its election, he is the person who is the head of the executive. He is the person who knows how you can, raise a resolution from somewhere and enforce it. Even the president is a Democrat. The president being a senator. The president is a democratic president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The president will be only seen by the world operating the constitution of Nigeria to be regarded as a democratic president. And the president knows all this. So anybody who passing behind the president, try to push him to do unconstitutional things, is not fair to the president. Election is over. President Tinubu must be encouraged, supported to do things to harness our democracy, to make sure democracy grows. And democracy cannot grow when you have unconstitutionality being practiced by any government. That is my appeal.
Well said. Now, Senator, when you look at this whole situation that happened, of course, it looks like it's come to a happy ending, hopefully. But when you look at everything that transpired with the Minister Wike and also Governor Fubara, how things played out in terms of the rifts between them, what would you change, or what are lessons that could be learned from this to make, democracy even more vibrant than what it currently is?
Well, what I can say about this is that patriotism is not something you go and buy in the market. Character is what everybody knows you to be. Any position you occupy does not change your character. It only brings out who you are. And so, at a point in time, patriotism, to me, I always define patriotism as being the ability to subdue your own interest for the national interest, to subdue your personal interest for the state interest. And you know what that means. If you are patriotic, you must allow the governor in office to rule, because that is the office of the governor of Rivers State. You go abusing the governor on air, you go insinuating people against the governor, use the House of Assembly as a bet against the governor. It's trying to drag down the